Hello guys, welcome to SI Technologies. So one of the our subscriber is asking to take the mock interview, and previously she contacted me and she asked me to take the mock interview. So today we are going to conduct the mock interview. So on ETL testing, her experience level is 3+ years of experience. When it comes to a technology perspective, today the agenda of the interview is the majorly which we are going to cover. So first we are going to cover about the basic introduction, then on top of it, then we'll go with the data warehousing concepts, and then on top of it, uh, ETL testing point of view, testing concepts which we are going to cover. And when it comes to final and very important thing is SQL we are going to cover, and we are going to cover even basic Unix commands which we are going to cover as part of the this particular interview. So let me introduce Aditi. Hi Aditi.
Hi.
Yeah, let's get into the interview. So tell me
Okay.
about yourself.
So basically, I am Aditi Kumari. I have 3+ years of experience in IT industry. Currently, I'm working as a software test engineer at Wipro. Coming to my technical skills, like I have good knowledge on data warehousing concepts. I have hands-on experience in writing SQL queries for validations. I know all the phases of STLC. I use Oracle as database and Informatica Power Center as ETL tool, then Jira as test management tool. I'm working in agile methodology. I have basic knowledge about Unix. This is about me.
Okay, can you please
Coming to my roles and
yeah, can you please elaborate on the roles and responsibilities? What you do
yeah,
day in, day out?
sure. So whenever the sprint starts, like it will be of 2 weeks. So first week of Monday, we will be getting the stories into planned state. So the Scrum Master will assign the stories to the respective developer and testers. Once we get our stories on our name, we will be opening the Jira, or the document will be there, that is FSD, functional specification document. In that documents requirements will be there. We will we will read those requirements, we will analyze. After that, we will start writing our test cases. While writing any test cases, if we face any issue, like if we face any difficulty, we will review with the lead or teammates. After that, the build comes to the testing lane. Then we will test it. After that, while doing testing, if we found any defects, we will raise the defect. After that defect like got fixed, we will do retesting. Then at the end of the day, I'll be reporting to my manager.
Okay, that's cool. So, can you please explain me, okay, how ETL process is happening in your project? So let me elaborate this particular question. Can you please give me your ETL project architecture? Like what are the sources which you are what are the sources are available, as well as how you are loading in the data into target, on top of it what you are doing exactly. Can you please elaborate on this?
Yeah, sure. So my project domain is a retail domain, that is Macy's New York. It is an iconic retailing brand operating over 48 states and 312 cities and 740 stores. We are getting data from all of these. Sometimes it's a flat file, sometimes through some application like SAP, HANA. These are we are getting the data. Then these data we are loading into the staging layer. In staging layer, we are changing the data according to our requirement, like we are adding some columns. Then we are doing data merging, data scrubbing and data aggregation. From there, from staging, we are loading this data to the data warehouse. uh, and then from their data warehouse to data mart according to the requirement. Then we are moving, like from there, we are generating the reports.
Okay, that's good. Okay, let me jump into a couple of things. Okay, here we'll get into first, we'll go with the data warehousing, and then we'll go with the testing. And after that, we'll go with the SQL part. Finally, we'll talk about the Unix part. So let me get into our data warehousing part. So,
Okay.
what is the dimension? Can you please explain me?
Dimension is nothing but a descriptive key descriptive data which describes the key, whereas dimension table it contains the detailed data.
Okay. So what is the fact table? Types of fact tables?
Fact tables, fact table is nothing but fact is nothing but it is a metric which we are using it to evaluate the performance of the business. Okay, types of the when it comes to type of the fact tables, like some additive fact, semi-additive fact, and non-additive fact. The additive fact we are here all the we are some it is summed up through all the dimension table. Then additive fact, semi-additive fact, it is summed up through some of the dimension table, and non-additive fact is nothing but it is like it is not summed up through any of the dimension table. We are just promoting the data.
Okay. Can you please get into SCDs? What is SCD and types of SCDs? Can you please explain me with the
Okay,
simple example?
STDs are nothing but slowly changing dimension. Here we have three types of STDs. STD type one, like here we are overriding the historical data. Like we are not storing any history data. Only we are having current data. And when it comes to STD type two, here we are maintaining current data as well as historical data through some tables like active flag and version numbers. With the help of this we are maintaining current as well as historical data. When it comes to SCD type 3, we are storing here current data as well as partial amount of history we are loading in the SCD type 3.
Okay. What is the star schema? Can you please elaborate on that?
A star schema is it is one fact table at the center, and multiple dimension tables are surrounded by the fact table, and there is a relationship between primary key and foreign key between fact and dimension table.
Okay. Can you please explain me the snowflake schema?
Snowflake schema, it is same as like star schema. One fact table at the center and multiple dimension table surrounded by it, and dimension tables are splitted into multiple subdimension tables. That is called as snowflake schema.
Okay. What is the data mart and types of data mart?
Data mart is nothing but subset of a data warehouse. Here where it is like here we are storing a part of the data warehouse. uh, it is used to answer specific set of questions for specific set of users. When it comes to types of data mart, like dependent data mart and independent data mart. Dependent data mart is nothing but it is like we are extracting the data from the data warehouse. Independent data mart, here we are directly loading the data from OLTP sources uh, to the data mart, then we are loading that data to the data warehouse.
To say that it's kind of, first we build the data warehouse. It's a dependent data marts. First we build the data warehouse. On top of it, we are creating the data marts.
Data
Okay.
marts,
When it
yes.
comes to independent data marts, first which we are going to extract the data from staging area. Then on top of it, we are loading into data marts. On top of it, you are
Correct.
building the data warehouse. Okay.
Data warehouse.
Okay.
Correct.
Let me get into testing area. Okay. What is black box testing?
Black box testing is like here test this testing is done by the testers. Here the tester doesn't have the knowledge of the code. They don't have the much knowledge of the requirements as compared to the dev team.
Okay. So to simply say that, what you are trying to refer, so whenever we say black box testing is a type of testing which we are going to take it up as part of the only functionality, not with the code, right? So only we
Code.
are looking at the
Here
functionality is working on.
developer not having the knowledge. Sorry, tester does not having the knowledge of the code basically. is
Okay,
referred as black box testing.
okay. So here I'm summarizing what you are answering. Okay. So what is retesting and what is regression testing? How it is different each other?
Retesting is like whenever the raised bug is fixed by the developer, the tester will again retest whether the fixed bug is working according to the requirement or not, is nothing but retesting. Whenever it is comes to regression testing, we whenever we add an extra functionality to the existing module, like if we add any column to the existing table, we are checking that added functionality should not have impact on the existing functionality. It's called as like regression testing.
Okay. Now let me get into another question. What is defect and what kind of defects you have raised in your tenure? Nothing but your day-to-day work.
Okay. Defect is the deviation between expected result and actual result is called as defect. Basically, we usually will get defects in metadata validations, like there will be no proper data type, and there is a mismatch between column data size, and sometimes we get record count mismatch. And when it comes to and some these are the defects you can consider.
Okay. And where do you write test cases?
Basically we write test cases in Excel, then we will import into the Jira.
Okay. So all the test case running and everything which is happening in Jira. So you are
Yes, yes.
uploading the test cases as well as you are running
Yeah.
it and you are making it as fast. If it is any defect are there, then you are going to keep the defects as well in Jira. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you mentioned in the self-introduction, right? So you are working in Agile methodology. Can you please
Yes.
explain me what are the ceremonies which you are attended? I mean to say in day-to-day work. For example, you have
Okay.
started with the sprint
So,
starting call, another thing, right? Can you
yeah,
please explain me uh, what
sure,
are the
sure.
calls you attended from before starting the sprint as well as after starting the sprint? And these are the things which I wanted during the sprint. What are the things which you are attending?
Okay, sure. So sprint is nothing but a duration of time, like it is a 2 weeks of time. So daily we will be having a stand-up call or scrum call. Here we are discussing. It will be like 10 to 15 minutes of call. In this we are discussing what we did yesterday, what we are going to do today. Did we find any difficulties? Here we are like discussing these things. And sprint planning meeting means we are getting the user stories. We are moving in sprint planning meeting. We are deciding whatever the user stories we need to deliver in this particular sprint, for this particular sprint. We are planning in this sprint planning meeting. Then sprint review, we are reviewing internally after completion of that sprint. Is there like are there any test cases are there we need to complete? Are there any blockers? Are there any defects open? We will review internally. Then sprint retrospective meeting, after completion of the sprint, we will conduct this meeting. So what went well, what went wrong, and what are the improvements area we need to improve ourselves, we'll discuss in the sprint planning meeting.
Sorry, sprint planning meeting. No, that is
Uh,
so let me
Sprint
correct you.
review, sprint
No,
retrospective meeting.
yes, sprint retrospective. To answer to add to one more thing. Okay, whenever you are having right calls, usually we do have a backlog grooming call. Grooming call will be there. Within that, they are going to explain the requirements. From there, actually, which user stories we have to pick it up and what are the estimations which is going to handle by these things which is going to discussed in the sprint planning call, and we are going to take the user stories. Okay, so before
Yes.
sprint planning call, there is a backlog grooming call also there. Okay, so
Okay.
now let me go with the SQL part. Okay, let me
Okay.
go with the SQL part. In SQL, how did you find the duplicates? Suppose if I have a employees table I wanted to identify the duplicates. So here employee ID is a primary key here.
Employee ID is a primary key.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to count or all the records?
No, I want count only. So I
You
want,
don't count.
yeah, I wanted to get the duplicate IDs which are having duplicates.
Okay.
Like, for example, if I take this, right, just to you write the query and uh, we'll
Okay.
answer at the end. You ping me in the chat. I'll display to the.
Yeah, I'm writing that query. So I just now sent that uh, uh, like I am selecting all the primary key columns and counting the all the records, grouping them by the primary key column, and I am selecting wherever the count of star is greater than one, we will get the count.
Yeah. Okay. To audience. Okay. What she has done, select primary key, comma, count of star from table name, group by primary key having count of star greater than one. That is what she has mentioned. Okay. You can see that.
If like
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Now, yeah.
I
Next
can
question.
mention one more query.
Yeah.
So if we need all the data along with the data, means I can we can use row ID also.
Okay. For time being, ignore that. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get into another question. Can you please
Okay.
explain me how to get the second highest salary using subquery as well as windowing function? So can you please,
Second highest salary.
yeah.
Okay. So first I am going with the like windowing function.
Okay.
Here I am using dense rank function. It will give uh, so it will dense rank function. It will give rank to the duplicate records and it will not skip the next immediate rank.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, you can see, right? This is the what you have shared, right? Duplicate record count.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so this is the, let me maximize it. Same thing. You can help me out with the another question which I have asked just now. The question is, okay,
uh,
get me the second highest salary using windowing function now.
yeah.
Okay, we'll go with the second highest salary. For audience perspective, I'm writing it up here.
I'm also writing in the chat box.
Yeah, go ahead, please. You can share with me in chat. I'll copy paste here.
Yeah, okay. So I sent through chat. So I'm using dense rank and overclause. I'm using salary descending. So it will give like 5,000, 2,000, and 3,000. And the dense rank will give the rank for the all records. And wherever the it is equals to 2, it will fetch the second highest rank.
Okay, let me look at it. Yeah, yeah. Now, next question is, okay, next question, we'll go with it. Okay, so get me the employees with their managers. For example, let me explain you. Here, okay, here 1 ID, 101, Ravindra is there, and here, uh, what we can call here, SR Tech. Okay, SR Tech, here you have a 102. Okay, again here, here you have a, let's consider here 102. Okay, here 103 is there. Okay, here Aditi. Okay, Aditi. And
Okay.
here there is no tech not required here. Just to try to understand here. Okay.
Okay.
Just it is going to be 101. Okay, 101. Here 101 is that. Okay, then you can say here tech. He is not having any manager ID. Just keep it as null value. Okay. Now here Aditi is there. Now I want it here 101. 102 is the manager ID. Now, how the output should be? For example, in this case, Ravindra's manager is whom SR technology. Okay. Aditi's manager is whom Ravindra. Okay. The output should be like this. Okay. Ravindra, only name only, not required anything. Ravindra. Okay. Then SR tech. Okay. And here Aditi. Okay. And here Ravindra. This is what I needed. Okay. I don't want to go with the SR tech. Ignore the SR tech.
Okay. Just give me a second so that I can type.
Yep.
So I can consider table as employees table.
Yeah, you can go with the employees, regular employees and manager ID. I'm just giving
Okay.
the example how you wanted to
Okay.
populate it. Okay. So you can use the regular.
So I can use, in this case I can use join between this table, between the column, like employee ID and the manager ID.
Okay.
From like I am considering employee table as E. From there, I am fetching a name. I am giving alias as E employee name, and again from the managers table. From there, again I am fetching name, and I am giving them as managers from employee E and from employee M table. I am joining on condition. It should be E. It should be E.
Okay. It should be right instead of
Yeah, it should be E, and E dot mgr is equals to M dot employee ID.
okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. Now let me go with the another scenario. The scenario is okay. I have a scenario here. You can take scenario. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me go with this is the last scenario. Here, I have a table. Okay. Just you tell me, I'll enter it here. Okay. Table one is
Okay.
having ID. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here, 1, 2, 3 is there. 4, 5 is there. Null is there. Okay. Here, you have a table two, 1, 2, and 6, 7. Null and 0 is there. Now, I want the output of inner join, left outer join, and right outer join. Are you with me? So,
Yeah, I am
how,
with you.
yeah. And as well
Just
as,
give me a
oh,
moment.
yeah.
So in table I have column and data is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next null, right?
Yeah.
In table 2 I am having 1, 2, 6, and 7 null and 0.
Yeah.
Right, for inner join is nothing but we are getting uh, whenever the column matches, we are getting the data records from both the tables. Okay, so I'll be getting 1 1.
Okay, let me mark it as this one.
Yeah,
Okay, you
1 1, and
okay, 1, 1.
again 1 1,
Okay, again 1, 1. Okay,
2 2.
okay, 2, 2. Okay,
Okay,
then
and then again 2 2, because we have only 1 1, 2 2 are the matching records between both of the tables.
okay, fine. Now, can we get into another one?
Left join is nothing but I am getting I'll get all the records from the left table, even
Okay,
if there is no match in the right table, and plus inner join. So
okay,
1 1, 1 1 and 2 2 and 2 2, then if I'm considering here table 1A as left table, so I'll be getting rest of the records like 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and null I'll be getting.
Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
3,
null.
4, 5, and null.
Okay, null. Okay,
Yeah.
1 minute. Null, null. Okay, so okay.
In case of right outer join,
No, no.
I am getting
What about here? What it is coming?
like here we are not getting, we won't get any data like hash or null we can consider. Null we can.
Okay. So have you analyzed properly entire thing? So did you miss anything left table? So
No.
let me give you here 1 3 is there. Here also one more 3 is there. Did you miss anything here? One more 3 also should be part of it, right?
Yeah,
So
all the records from the left table.
yeah, but you have to give the including
Okay.
that as well. Okay.
Okay.
So then that case you can see here. Okay, right side. Okay, let me go with the another table. Now you can tell me. Now you
So now
can
I'm considering right table as this
okay.
one, table
Let
2.
okay.
Inner join plus all the records from the right table, even if there is no match from the left table. So I'll be getting inner join plus
Uh-huh.
6, 7,
Okay.
null, and 0.
Okay. Opposite side.
Null only.
Okay. Now okay. Now let me go with the full auto join. Now you tell me what is the
So full outer join is nothing but inner join plus left outer join and right outer join. So I'm getting all the records from inner join and these like left outer join data,
Mhm.
then right outer join data.
Okay, you have to tell me. Okay, I cannot go ahead and do that. You tell me
Uh, so
how. Yeah.
can you write it like inner join for me?
Okay, let me write it up in a join. Okay. Okay, I have done that.
Okay. Then all the records from like left table, all the records three. Yeah,
Okay,
these things.
this is what. And
Uh,
right table
then
this much.
yeah,
Yeah.
these records.
Okay, so you have to do this. Okay, this is the full auto join. Now, what about the cross join? Can you please help me out?
Cross join, like it is nothing but n into n. Even if there is no match or match, I'll get all the records like
Okay, as you mentioned, 10 into 7, 70 records, which you are going to get
70
it.
records we will be getting in the case of cross join.
Okay, 70 records. You are mentioning n into n. Okay, so which means you are trying to say 10 table 1 and 7 is there. So which is going to go come 70 records. That is what you are trying
Yes,
to say.
yes, yes.
Okay. So now let's get into another one. Okay. Another
Okay.
question, another scenario. So here, uh, the scenario here. Okay. Now you can see here, you have an employee table. Okay. This is the source table. Okay.
Okay.
And here you have a target table. Now the question, let me explain you clearly. The question
Okay.
is source table data column as well as data type here. Source table,
Mhm.
you are having employee ID, first name, salary, department ID. Everything is coming as a varchar2. Okay. Ignore
Mm.
the length. Okay. Varchar2 you are getting. Now transformation logic is here. Okay.
Mhm.
Load the data. Okay, load the
Mm.
data except 50 department ID. Okay, let me give you the data. Here you have a 10, 20, 30, 40 as well as 50 also there. Again 10, 20. So overall you have a different departments from 10 to until 50. But what is the transformation logic which I'm mentioning here? Other than 50, you can load everything. So this is the one thing. Second thing is, okay, here when you are moving the data to target, right? See here in the source, you have a employee is varchar and target we are moving it as a number. Here also first name also varchar and here we have a different data types. Now you
Okay.
explain me how to write the how to do the record count validation for this particular thing as well as how to do the uh, specifically on the data validation. Can you please or write the SQL query and share with me, or you can explain first, then after that we'll go with the
Okay,
query.
fine.
Yeah.
In terms of like, and if like I want to do column mapping between source and target, basically I need to convert, because I can see clearly, I can see there is a data type is not same, same in the source and target. So I need to convert that varchar into number. So I can do with that help, with the help of two number.
Okay. Now, what about the record count? So you can
For
explain me the steps. Okay. Later, I'll ask the questions. You can explain everything. Then after that, if I have any questions, I'll ask.
Okay. That is for that like column mapping, and for count I will I will select the departments where 10, 20, and 30 are there. I will count wherever these I'll use select query as select count of star from source, where department id is department id in 10, 20, 30, and 40. And for target record count, I will do select count of star from target.
Okay. So here you are mentioning where department ID in, okay, in 10, comma, 20, comma,
30
30,
and
comma,
30, 40,
okay.
40.
So this is the one way of writing it. Okay. Am I expecting another way of writing it here? So here you are mentioning, I'm saying except 50, except 50. Okay. Which means, okay, can you write it up another way? This question, this particular thing. So I'm mentioning other than 50 department, everything should be loaded.
So I included 10, 20, 30, 40.
So if what if we have a hundred department IDs then? So will you include in or you can accept that 50 only separately?
So 50, I will like, we don't need 50 data.
Okay,
50.
I'll answer this thing at the end. Okay. Now you mentioned this thing, right? So select count of star from target. Am I right? This is what
Yes.
you are mentioning. Okay, target table, nothing but a employees table. Now record count is done. Can you please explain me the query with the data validation part?
Data validation, like for employee ID, where 2 is there. For that, I will like, I sent you query for
Yeah,
that.
please send me that. Okay, okay, okay. I got it. Part of it. Can you please write remaining and
Yeah. So give me a moment so that I can write.
yeah, go ahead. Let me copy paste that.
and all the columns from the target.
Okay.
So it should be select two number.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. So last question is, okay. The question is how to I have a data. Okay. Another scenario. Scenario.
So,
uh,
give me one moment.
yeah. Okay. Got you. Got you. So this is the scenario. Okay. Let me let me keep it in here only. Okay. Got you. Got you. So to answer this, right, to the subscribers. Okay. So here you can see here what she has done. Okay, I'll talk about it one by one a later point of time. Now another question is, I have a data. Okay, table one is there. Okay, table one is there. Now table one. Okay, I have a single column, nothing but a ID. Let me maximize this. ID here, ID here.
Okay.
Then here in this ID, I have a positive number one, two, three. Okay, and then I have a negative number, same one, comma, two, comma. Okay, here you can see three. These are the rows are present. Now I want these to be separated. Okay, output should be ID. Okay, as positive sum. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
positive sum as well as negative sum. Negative sum. Okay, so here when we say positive sum, how many what is the amount? What is the value which we are going to get? Is six value.
3 6.
No, 6 here and as well as here also -6. Okay, I'm giving the even this as well. Just you can see here there is no ID. Okay, just this is the two columns should be present. Okay, it is not a ID, just it is kind of amount value. Okay, amount. Now here positive total, negative total.
Okay. So in separate column, I need output.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I am using sum along with the case statement. I'm summing up like a case when the amount is greater than zero, we can consider those digits as positive digits, and I'm renaming it as sum of positive. And whenever the amount is less than zero, I'm considering them as negative.
Mm-hmm. So here you are doing case when amount is greater than one, then you are populating ID. Okay, nothing but a amount
Yeah,
which you are.
amount earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when amount is less than that, then you are populating amount. And then you are giving that. Okay.
Renaming it as sum of negative and sum of positive.
Okay. Got you. Thank you, Aditi. And do you have any questions
Okay.
for me? And one more thing before going to close this. So I have a couple of questions in terms of, will you be able to work on the, uh, if work is more, will you be able to work on the weekends?
Yeah, I'll be available. No issues
Okay.
for me.
Yeah. So what can I expect after 5 years? Suppose if I can give you here as a senior test engineer, okay, senior quality engineer, okay, where can I see you after 5 years? Did you understand the question? Aditi, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, fine then. Okay. Do you have any questions?
So wherever like
Do you have any questions for me?
no.
Okay, great. Okay. So let me, you can mute yourself, Aditi. Okay. Let me give the couple of things, very, very important things. Okay. So when you are attending any interview, right, this is the mock interview, which I have given enough time to answer the couple of things. So let me make you understand how the process works. First is we have gone through uh, everything here, and I have even explained what are the concepts which I'm talking about it. But in general, they won't even give you that particular things. They will directly jump into the interview. They'll ask you, tell me about yourself, as well as your roles and responsibilities, your project. And then they will go with the questions. Okay, they won't tell, okay, whether they are asking SQL, they are asking other things. Okay, they are asking SQL, they are asking testing, they're asking Unix, they're asking anything. They won't even bother about it. Just directly they jump into the interview and they are wanted to evaluate the student. Oh, not what we can say, sorry. It's kind of, the candidate. So these things which they are going to evaluate it, right? So you should be thorough on the things. Okay, you should be thorough on the things. Very, very important thing is self-introduction. Self-introduction as well as your roles and responsibilities, as well as your project. Okay, if these three things are done, how much once they are satisfied with this, then they'll directly jump into the technically, how good you are technically are. Okay, so I see a lot of things you have answered. Okay, it's really good thing without having any hesitation. And as well as you asked some of the things which you are not clear. Okay, see, I really appreciate how you have done data validation as well as record count validation and some of the scenarios which you have worked on. This is the question which people ask even in data engineering as well. You have answered everything. And this one also you have answered clearly. Okay. So on some of the positive, some of the negative, as well as you have answered even self-join. So these are the things which people will ask you as part of your interview. You have to be prepared very well in the subject perspective. Once you are prepared well, then automatically the interview goes in your way. Okay. So the confidence, a lot of people, okay, people will say basically, okay, uh, this is okay. And myself, as well as couple of things people say. So this is very, very wrong way to address yourself. So you have to first address yourself with I am. Okay, I am so and so, I'm having so and so years of experience, and then you jump into your technical stack. They don't have a time to listen you. Okay, so simply they'll ask you, tell me about yourself. That tell me about yourself, you have to be very crisp and brief. Okay, and then on top of it, your roles and responsibility. You have to get into roles and responsibility, what you do day to day work. Okay, what kind of role you are performing. That you have to be very clear and not clear in detail. You can explain. Then on top of it, they will ask you project. So once they ask about your project, see, any ETL project, the major thing is first is sources are there, in between staging area is there, and then you are loading into data warehouse or data marts, and then on top of it, you are going to use the data marts. Okay, data warehouse on top of data marts, and finally we are going to visualize the data. So you have to be clear on your project. What are the dimension tables? What are the fact tables? How you have evaluated? How you have evaluated? These are the things very, very important. So you should be clear on your project, and you should be clear on all the things. Okay, whatever technically perspective. So I would say, okay, still there is a need of improvement. Okay, that particular thing you have to be taken care. Okay, those things I'll share with you offline, Aditi. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you.
Thanks for thank you for your time, Aditi.